Hello everyone, what is going on here? It's Kevin Cote with Kevin Cracks Cards, and I'm glad you are here today. I hope you are doing well. So kind of a quick video today. I just wanted to discuss some thoughts I've had over my own deck building skills as a player, as a brewer, and a little bit as a game designer in regards to Commander. So I've been playing card games for a very long time. Started off with Yu-Gi-Oh! Played a lot of video card games like Slay the Spire, Monster Train, all of that. Played a lot of smaller card games like indie card games like Keyforge, Exceed Fighting System, things like that. And I honestly, to be honest with you, have kind of stayed away from Magic the Gathering for a long time. I don't know. The art personally never appealed to me for a long time. The gameplay, I didn't really like the land system, to be honest with you. Those were personal biases for most of my life. In my, before 20s, before I was 20, I'm 25 now. Before I was 20, I didn't like a lot of the systems, resources, and things like that. And Magic, it just never appealed to me. Even though I knew it was the granddaddy of all card games, and Richard Garfield's a genius, quote unquote. It just never appealed to me. But I gotta thank a couple people. I gotta thank my friend Preston, who actually made my channel icon for helping me really get into it. He loves Magic the Gathering. He showed me his cards and all that. And I gotta thank people I met locally and other players who just liked Magic. John as well. Thank you, John, for getting into Magic the Gathering also. And those friends made me stick with Magic the Gathering, give it a shot again. And I love Magic now. Magic is just a fun game. I've gotten really into it in the past 6 months. And I have to say, going to the title of this video, Commander as a format has not only been really good for me socially, but has been one of the best ways I've gotten better as a deck builder. Now, personally, I've never been a bad deck builder. I've known the basics of deck building and I have a good foundation. Keep your deck size low, consistent deck building, focus on a very clear objective for your deck. It needs to be reproducible, again, back to consistency. Have some removal in case you have some main threats, all that. But I would say Commander, from the beginning, seemed like a very daunting format to deck build for. I mean, it's 99 cards in the main deck, and a commander also. So I've never really built 100 card format before, and I decided, hey, I got this card, from a pack, in Dustmorn. I really love the card. Maybe I can build it, and I did. I built this whole deck from scratch. I didn't use any EDH rec. I actually built this deck before people really knew Arabella was kind of cracked, before it was good. And I had a friend of mine acknowledge, I was doing it before it was cool. But I've noticed that when I built this commander deck, and I started, after I also consumed a ton of commander videos, things from people like Trinket Made, Snail, 3 Elk, like those guys, and even a little bit of Command Zone, and people like that. Building a commander deck from scratch has made me such a better deck builder for everything I do in all card games. I'm realizing now, it kind of emphasizes the fundamentals, because building commander deck really emphasizes the fundamentals of deck building. Do you have enough card draw? Do you have enough removal? Do you have enough resources via lands? Do you have a clearly defined deck? If you can make a 99 card deck or 100 card deck consistent and make it play how you want to every time, I bet you can play every single card game well. Like if you have those fundamentals down of card draw, removal, resources, clear objective, consistency in a 100 card format, 100 card deck. There's not really a test, in my opinion. The test is like to build a deck. Can you build a commander deck you like playing and it plays how you want it to play every time? I did that for my deck. I'll just kind of, showcase some cards here and there. But that's kind of the whole video. I'm also a musician besides a deck brewer. And we talk a lot about music, about developing an ear and transposing. If you want to really get better as a musician, The best way to get better as a musician is to take what people are playing by ear, no transcriptions, no tablature, no sheet music, and just play it back on whatever instrument you do it on. I'm mostly a bass player these days, but in terms of bass guitar, it's pretty hard to transcribe bass in the beginning, like playing it by ear, because the frequencies are so low. And I would attribute building a commander deck kind of like playing bass, where the frequencies are lower. It's the deck size is bigger, it's harder to do it, all that. That doesn't mean it's impossible. And with some help from deck building resources like templates and people online talking about deck building principles, I think deck building principles like keep your deck size low, focus on like a lot of card draw, stuff like that. Those kind of principles go way farther than you know following a template. It's better to have principles in mind when building a deck and ideas rather than like set in stone practices, I've found. And Commander is a format that just pushes your ability to deck build. So in my opinion, if you can build a Commander deck, at least one Commander deck from scratch, you are going to be a better deck builder in every single card game, hands down. And avoid EDH rec until after you build your deck. That's a very good advice I've heard. Just build from scratch, only use Scryfall, and just use principles of deck building you find online from people, advice, YouTube videos, whatever. Just one deck. Just build one Commander deck. And if you've never played Magic, give Commander a shot at some point and build a deck for it. You're going to have a lot of fun playing with people, most likely. And again, you're going to be a much better deck builder. I think building a Commander deck is a brewer's test. It is a test to how good you are at deck building and how good your fundamentals are. And again, you're not trying to build the best Commander deck possible. Just build the Commander deck from scratch. And if you've been playing Magic for a while and haven't built a Commander deck, hopefully this video will push you to try building a Commander deck from scratch. And you will be proud of yourself. And if you can build that 99 card deck, 100 card deck, you can build any deck. That's the whole message of the video. So yeah, building a Commander deck from scratch is like transposing in music. It will make you a much better deck builder immediately, or at least very quickly. That's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Appreciate it. I'll see you.